Hello, everyone, and welcome to IMPROVATE's Medical Innovation Conference here in Budapest. IMPROVATE's vision is to serve as a platform to connect leaders, decision makers, and investors with technology, with the goal of making innovation and technology accessible to all, no matter where. We believe that technology is a force for good that can help create sustainable development. We also believe that Israel, as the startup nation, can be a major force in developing technologies to meet the world's challenges.
Synergymed is a digital health company that is improving surgical precision, reducing surgical variability across large systems using AI and software. We enable hospitals to provide surgical pre-planning, 3D visualization and imaging, and 3D printing of personalized devices and implants. We have developed a special workflow automation software platform for physicians and hospital administrators, which facilitates intraoperative decision-making, record-keeping, billing, and compliance monitoring to reduce malpractice costs by permitting accurate translation of surgical plans using digital solutions, reducing variability. Each time a case is uploaded into our proprietary software, using AI to analyze larger volumes of that surgical data, we can deliver insights to a variety of critical stakeholders, including healthcare providers, medical device companies, and insurers.
Michael Librus is CEO and founder of Matrix 3D and Synergymed. He is an industrial designer who specializes in 3D printing and plastic industries. Michael is going to talk to us about point-of-care management platforms and services for personalized healthcare solutions using surgical pre-planning and 3D technologies. Michael.
Good afternoon, everyone. So, I'm the typical Israeli industrial designer who doesn't understand anything in medicine. I took my experience as industrial designer, as a service bureau, went to the hospitals, and with our Israeli chutzpah, asked them what we can help you. So they told us, come in. This is the Israeli mentality. Go into the hospital and talk with the physician. Let's see what you're able to do. And yes, we are part of the family, Klalit family, and Hadassah family, and all these families. Let's talk what happens if we predict something like everybody tried to do, but I need, the remote control. Sorry. Okay, so what happens if we are going into the operation room, and until now, everybody was in the mindset of let's open the patient and then we will decide what we are going to do. Not anymore. This is the past. Today, there is a pre-operative planning and there are 3D printings that enable the physician to hold in his hands the anatomy of the specific patient and decide exactly what he's going to do in the operation, even to pre-bend off-the-shelf products, medical products, and to prepare them to the operation, and to go into the operation room with all his confidence that he knows exactly what he's going to do. So I'm going to tell you about pre-operative planning and the use of 3D printing and 3D visualization software. What we're able to do if we get the CT and we get the MRI priority to the operation, we have this on the computer, and now the physician can do the operation in a virtual way. He is able to do patient-specific instrument, and this is allowing him, without to use robotic or very sophisticated equipment, to design on the computer whatever tool that he will want to use in the operation, and then to do the operation with the instrument. So we get the CT, we have the bone. We get the tumor from the MRI, we fuse it together, and then we present to the physician exactly the situation of the patient. He is able to take decisions with annotation tool on our proprietary software that you are going to see in a second. And then with the AI and with a lot of knowledge of more than 1,000 operations in the last 5 years, we're able to generate automatically a jig that will fit on the bone, and then using the jig as a guide to cut in exact geographical way, we're able to resect only the tumor and to leave the bone with the maximum healthy bone. Think about this person that you spare his joint, you spare his ligaments, and he got his quality of life back. This is the revolution that we are talking about. It's not only operating and saving the life of the person, but giving him back his quality of life. So we're able to produce patient-specific instruments. We're able to do virtual and augmented reality because sometimes we don't need to print. Either we don't have the time or it's a waste of material. We are doing anatomical modeling when they want. Think about the NDT meeting in the morning when all the stakeholders of the operation looking at the model, deciding how they're going to do it. And pre-operative planning with a lot of sophisticated tools that we're able to predict and to design the operation and to do the simulation, and even to print the solution. If we resect the bone out, we need to put something instead. We can use customized implant, we can use allograft, bones from the bank of bone, autograft, bones of the patient from another place. This is a biological solution. And think about the future. We're going to grow in 3D printing the organ and prepare it for implementation in the patient. So, yeah, we lead this in hard tissues disciplines, which orthopedic oncologists, oral and Maxwell, things that we need to fix into the bone. But we are working today in 16 different disciplines. So it's a solution for whole the hospital. Some of them using it as anatomical modeling, some of them using it for a surgical guide, some need only the planning, they want to do the measurement. It's a solution for all the hospital. So there are a lot of stakeholders that we need to take care, and this is where the revolution. We develop a software that communicates between the DICOM companies, because we need to get the CT and the MRI, with all the printers. We are producing, think about the Clalit, it's organization, a lot of printing, a lot of planners, a lot of data. You need to arrange everything and to see which printer is available, which planner is available. So everything is communicated through our platform. We're working with a lot of medical devices. We are getting from the J&J the toolboxes of all their implants. We're able to show the physician which plate will be the best for this patient. Think about the supply chain. Not anymore coming to the operation room with plenty of boxes, and then we will see what will best fit for the patient. No more. Everything is prepared in advance. It will reduce to the cost in the end. Okay? So we are talking about a network. Okay? Network of hospitals, network of planners. Some of them in Europe, some of them in the States, some of them in Far East, all communicate, and then if you upload something in the evening, you will come in the morning and it will be ready because you have collaboration of employees on one hand. On the other hand, a lot of AI and automatic and script that will generate the solution automatically. So a lot of data is inside. For the doctor that doesn't know anything about 3D printing and want to type inside the name of the procedure and to see if anyone did something. And then there is a lot of new employees. We spoke about new generation of students that needs to learn something new, where they're going to read it, how they're going to practice. We are taking care of this as well. The management, think about the Clalit organization. They need to see exactly what's going on, who is taking what, who is the stakeholders, prices, everything needs to be in a management level as well. A lot of scripts and automatization that will lower the prices eventually, and database, a lot of database that we store inside that they can type inside and to get an idea about the solution. So 4 main things that we provide. The management platform that will be an IT solution. We are part of the Matrix Group, which is the biggest IT company in Israel. Training and consulting, because we want to pass you all the knowledge, okay, that you will be able to do this by yourself. The pre-operative planning and engineering, our people with our knowledge will come and train. Part of it will be in the hospitals in Israel. Part of it will be over here. Physicians will come. Designers will come. And 3D printing services. In the beginning, you don't need to invest. We will back up you. We will support you. Israel is one of the biggest 3D printing industry. Stratasys, a lot of big companies are located in Israel that support this innovation and creating solution and trying to raise up this healthcare revolution. So benefits. The patient, this is the highest responsibility. You get an accurate execution of the procedure. It doesn't need to do revisions. We can do it once and can do it good. On the other hand, the clinician, going with a lot of confidence, entering into the room, knows everybody knows exactly what he's going to do, less mistakes. And the hospital. The hospital will start to do procedure that until now it didn't do. The hospital will be able to do more because we will reduce the time that it will take to do the operation. It will be a success. Physician with no experience will be able to execute new procedure in a very precise way because they will have tools that will guide them. So we are talking about the communication of the patient with the physician. Very, very important. The confidence that the patient will have once he will see the model and understand that the physician knows exactly what he's going to do. And for the physician, he will practice while he's looking at that. We're able to predict everything on the computer to simulate the way that he's going to do the operation, to execute a jig, to design a jig that once we will print it and will connect it to the patient, we will get a very accurate cutting according to the pre-operative planning. And this is the revolution. Benefits, reduced risk of loss, it's understood, fewer complication, shorter hospital stay, reduce the need for anesthesia. Think about it. This is all the dangerous things inside the operation room. Shorter operation time, patient-doctor interaction, uniqueness of the hospital. Suddenly, everybody wants to come and to operate in this hospital because they are so advanced and so innovative. Higher confidence of the physicians, minimum tissue damage. This is what everybody is trying to do today, and reduce the blood and loss. Huge benefit just by using this few euros material in the operation room. So there are a lot of people that involved in this project. Sorry. Designers, mechanical engineers, radiologists, surgeons, management, IT, production, model maker, logistic, sterilization, QR, a lot of people in the supply chain. We need to manage them. We need to arrange all those systems. So we have this platform that now is installed in Israel, that the CT and the MRI anonymized. We spoke about HIPAA compliant and everything. Anonymized, go into the system. The user, the physician, can log in through his room, communicate with the designers, and then in the end to execute it either to a virtual reality or to the 3D printing. So the platform needs to take a lot of things, care of a lot of things because we are talking about patient-specific instruments. You know that the FDA and all the regulations are very thinking about very hard how it's going to be that a hospital is going to produce medical devices. How come? So there are a lot of regulation that needs to be taken care inside the system according to our ISO and regulation that already been approved in the last 5-6 years in Israel and got all the support from the country to develop this unique solution. Communication. Suddenly, the physician will need to take a proof for every stage. He needs to communicate with something. Everything is integrated in the system. Data, and data. So search engine, auto-filling, record keeping, big data analyzing, scripting, all the picture, everything stored inside the system. So if you want to pass to someone else all your history, you're able to do it through the system, and everything can be printed out and work according to the regulation. So this is the present, guys. Okay? What will be in the future, you want to know? So I will tell you what's going on in Israel now about the future. Working on plastic implants that will be better for the patient and we will be able to produce inside the hospital. Silicons, carbons, Bioceramics, they are all the revolution of 3D printing, allowing us to develop new materials and more unique that I couldn't mention over here right now. But think about the revolution that it will bring to the hospital. Softwares that integrated a lot of new ability to finalize the type of the bone, the porosity of the bone, to go deeper and deeper, thanks to the imaging processing and new kind of software that will be integrated. Bioprinting, we are all waiting for this. The communication, we talked about how a physician will start to be like a gamer, taking care of all this software and ability. And the transportation. Okay, this is how it's going to be. There will be a local manufacturers that will bring it to the hospital right away in 24 hours, in few hours lead time. Thank you very much for your time.